Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another video. All right, y'all, back with this discussion video here. All right, so UFC 268 is done. Co-main event is done. Rose and Zhang Weili, they ran it back. Rose defeated Zhang Weili once again by a decision, split decision. So let's go ahead and look past this now. What's next for Rose Namajunas? Well, Carla Esparza once again. She takes to her IG and she posts up she puts two posts up here. The first one I want to talk about, and then I'll talk about the second one here. But I want to give you my thoughts on the first one here. Carla Esparza, she wants to make it known that she wants this title fight, but is it enough? How she's asking for it, is it enough? That's the question, right? So Carla Esparza puts this on her IG. She says, "Congratulations at Rose Namajunas on a fantastic victory, inspiring to so many, and I'm truly happy for you. Fate had us cross paths when we created this division, and I'm proud that 7 years later we are we're both still here at the top of it. This is not a call out or anything disrespectful. This is genuine respect. You deserve time to celebrate and enjoy this accomplishment. It will be an honor to run this back when you are ready." Right? So she says that's not a call out, right? That's not a call out. And the next post she posted just a day ago is a quote from Rose Namajunas, her most recent interview with Ariel Helwani on the MMA Hour. Rose had this to say about the fight when she was asked about it. She said, "I don't see anything else. I don't see how anything else but Carla Esparza makes sense," right? Which I think we all agree with that at this point. But of course, as y'all know, Dana White at the post conference for UFC 268, when he was asked about Carla again, he just said that, okay, yeah, I know Carla wants to sit out, but that's not a good idea. We have an option. We have an option, or we have options, was what he said. So it seems like he's looking past Carla Esparza at this point, right? Once again, I mean, he already made it known when he said he don't like when fighters sit out, but it seems like he's really doing it now just to kind of spite her, even though she is the number two or moving up to number one when the rankings are updated, because Zhang Weili at 0-2 should drop to number 2 or 3, right? So yeah, with that being said, Carla Esparza, she wants to show this respect to Rose Namajunas and say, I'd be honored to run it back with you. My thoughts, it's good to show respect. It's good to show respect, but let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. It's a call out. There's nothing wrong with a call out. You don't really have to put call out and disrespect in the same sentence. I mean, there's respectful call outs and there's disrespectful call outs, right? So what she said was very respectful, but you're not calling a call out. Just makes it sound like you just using reverse psychology at this point, because it is what it is. It's a call out. Rose has something you want, and I think you have to show that hunger for it at this point. That drive. You have to show that drive that makes fans and Dana White feel you deserve it and believe you deserve it. You really have to say it at this point, because it seems like he's going with another option. So you have to make fans salivate for this fight, and you have to make Dana White see those fans salivate for the fight and say, okay, this is money. Because Dana doesn't just think in rankings. He thinks in money. He thinks in the politics. Politics bring in money more so than just activity, right? Which I know that sucks, because I just love a fighter who fights, right? But this is how Dana White thinks. You have to make him believe you deserve it. You don't have to be ignorant or talk a bunch of fake trash, but you have to make it a challenge, because this is the fight game. You're on opposing sides. You can show respect, but you have to say, you have something I want, right? A challenge is what fans want to see. A call out can be respectful. A call out can be respectful, like I said, or it can be disrespectful. You don't have to go in there starting beef. You're just simply saying, Rose, look, I want to prove my greatness. I want to get that belt back. I want to run it back. Hell, I want to give you a chance to redeem yourself. I want to make some money and reach the top. Because that's what it is, right? That's what you fight for. You quit your jobs. You don't want to do anything else. You want to fight for a living. So why not reach the top, right? Because Dana White's not giving it to you. So you have to at least take that into your hands and say, look, I want this shot. I'm calling you out, Rose. I like you. You're a good fighter, but you have something I want, right? Because Dana, the other way you're doing it, he's not really feeling it. He's not really feeling it. So this is the way to do it. If you just continue to beat around and be overly friendly, I really believe that Dana and the UFC, they won't see much worth in it. They really won't see the entertainment part of it. Even if Carla chose not to sit out at this point, I mean, it's two things she could do. Like I said, it's, either just stay active or be vocal. Of course, if she just stayed active and continued to beat everybody, it would give him no choice, right? If she went on like a 9-fight win streak and just beat everybody in the top 10, then of course, right? But nobody should have to do that. 4 or 5 fights should secure a title shot, right? It should be that. But if it's not going to work out that way with activity, you got to be vocal. You got to be vocal. Make the call out. Make the call out something fans want. When fans get a call out like this, when they see two fighters that really want to fight, it brings out that electricity in fans. They'll want to support you. They're going to be like, yo, Dana, what's wrong with you, man? Why don't you make this fight, right? And when you make that real call out, it brings out some electricity there, in between the fighters. I say all that because at this point, with what she's doing, she doesn't seem to be on Dana's radar. I mean, she's not that option, right? Whenever Carla's name is brought up, he said, we have an option. So she's not on Dana's radar. So put yourself on his radar. I know Carla has to find it weird that it's not a guarantee for her to get a title shot at number 2. So why not play hardball? Post a real picture. That was cool that she congratulated, but post a real picture. Post that history where, you were in there putting that ground and pound on Rose Namajunas. You got that rear naked choke. You submitted her in the 3rd round. Post that history. Get Rose's blood boiling. Like, Rose might get amped up. Rose probably gonna get all tense and start to overthinking and get all hyped up. So when she sees that, it's gonna do something to her and make her say, yo, let me post something to Carla. Let me post something to Dana. Let me make Dana want this fight. Because whenever Calvillo asked for Andrade, she got it, right? Kagan, she asked for a fight, to her fans, and she got Jennifer Maia. So why don't you think it would work for you? Rose would actually help you. And she would say, oh, she posted this of me getting beat down. She threw a little sneak diss. Like, see it however you want it, but it's going to cause some electricity where you can get the fight. So put it on the radar. You just post a real action shot. Like, it's history. It's real history. Like, it's happened. Like, don't try to act overly respectful here. Like, it's supposed to be all kittens and puppies, because it's not. History is a bloody thing. I mean, look at our history, right? And especially if you in the fight game, I mean, the history of what this country's built on, right? So that's a bloody thing. We show pictures of that. So why not show a photograph of what you did to Rose Namajunas 7 years ago? This is the fight game. You're in a violent sport. You bust heads, you choke people out for a living. So there's only so much respect that the fans are really gonna acknowledge from you. You know what I mean? You can only be so gentle for so long. I mean, yeah, you bust heads for a living. You could possibly kill somebody in the octagon for a living. So let's be real. Let's call it what it is. It's a call out. And if anybody says anything different or disagrees, including Carla, hey, that's why Dana has another option. He ain't saying, but he has another option, right? And to Dana, though, for making her do this, he needs to let these two fighters who brought in the inaugural strawweight championship revisit this game. To revisit this past history. You know what I mean? He needs to do it himself too. Like, I don't know what other option he has, but if he feels like this fight isn't big, I mean, what other fight is there? I mean, he must really don't know his own strawweight division, because according to everybody else, nobody wants to see Wmma. She has a market, but at 0-2, she's not going to bring anything to the table against Rose Namajunas. Hell, she's not even in the rankings. That's when you took her out. You said it yourself that she's had plenty of cake, right? She's had plenty of cake, and that's not how it works for her to continue to get title shots, right? So she's not an option. The only other option would be Marina Rodriguez, because she's 3-0 this year. But even her, like, she believes that Carla deserves a title shot first, right? She said she would take it, but she said Carla deserves it first. So even her, she's thinking logical. And then the next one would probably be Jessica Andrade, maybe. I mean, I would like that fight. Rose versus Andrade Rose versus Andrade 3 would be a very good fight. Don't get me wrong, but you got a fighter right here that stayed in the strawweight division, didn't go up to flyweight, fought 5 fights, fought 5 top 15 contenders, beat them all, and now they're waiting for a title shot, right? So that message is to Dana that you got to give the girl a fight. Just give her the fight. But for Carla, since he's playing this type of game with politics, you know what to do. Call it a call out. Call it what it is. That's what it is, right? So yeah, my final thoughts is, look, I just want to see another good fight. Fight that makes sense. The person that's number 1 or number 2, possibly number 1 within the week if Wei Lee drops, right? So let's go from there. let's make it happen. What's the point of having rankings if you ain't going to acknowledge them or follow them? You know, there's only so much you can do with your politics. But your girl Wmma's gone. Andrade's not in the division. In Marina, said Carla could get it. So yeah, am I lying? Hey, makes a lot of sense though, right? So yeah, man. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think. It's a call out, Carla. Make it a call out. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.